Hello, my name is Ramon Rodriguez, and this is my persuasive speech for public speaking. In today's day and age, we are depleting the Earth's natural resources at a horrific rate. Constant incineration and capping of landfills are among the leading causes of methane released into the atmosphere. Now, what methane does, it causes record-breaking temperatures annually and increases climate change right in front of our faces. That's pretty scary if you ask me. Lucky for you and lucky for me, there's a simple solution to our soon-to-be global crisis. And today, I'm going to share with you some of the benefits that recycling has and how vital it can be to our daily lives. Because whether you believe it or not, recycling is going to be, if not already, is going to be one of the most important things we can do to try to conserve the earth we know and love today. Now, humans tend to take for granted what the earth has to offer. The sad reality is that we are running low on specific resources to make items that affect our daily lives. This is very scary, but it is different in different parts of the world. For example, in certain parts of Africa, there is no surface water or groundwater available for the locals. So the locals have to sit there and walk miles and miles, which takes hours and hours out of their day. Majority of the time, they do it a few times during the week just to obtain drinkable water. They have to go to a whole nother location. You spend their whole day just to obtain drinkable water. Whereas here in the United States, we are fortunate enough to not have to worry about things like that due to water lines and things like that, water plants that provide us with fresh, drinkable water constantly. But it doesn't mean we are entirely safe from something like their situation happening over here, because we can end up in the same boat they are if we deplete all of our natural groundwater and surface water that we have. There is only 2% of groundwater in the entire world. The rest is made up of surface water and the ocean. So it's very important that we sit there and we try to reduce the amount that we use. If we don't need it, don't leave your water hose running. You don't need to take a 20-minute shower. You can sit there, be in and out in 4-6 minutes, 10 minutes at most. Things like that. Just reducing the amount that we use can actually go a really long way. A primary focus we all have at present is to reduce emissions use. Emissions are the leading cause of global warming, destroying specific environments like the Arctic, where polar bears and penguins live, causing ice caps to break and melt. So that is taking away from their habitat because of our actions. Those are the consequences to our actions. We are heating up the earth, causing colder climate environments to heat up, which ultimately alters the wildlife that lives in that specific ecosystem. On another note, recycling creates healthier ecosystems for humans and wildlife. An example would be recycled animal manure instead of pesticides for gardening and farming use. The reason being is because for farming, we consume the goods that they all the crops that they farm and harvest, we consume. And in today's day and age, we use a lot of pesticides to promote the growth and alter the chemistry of certain crops and plants so that they can grow fuller, or they can be more juicier, or they can taste a certain way, or be a certain color. When in reality, we should be using natural resources like animal manure, which comes from a natural animal, and we can recycle that and use that. It's very nutritional for the soil, for crops. It's rich in nutrients and everything like that. It's perfect. So that is just a little example of how successful and easy it is to sit there and recycle things that we don't even think twice about. Especially now in today's day and age, it is very simple for us humans to recycle things like plastics, aluminums, cardboard, paper, things like that, because a lot of recycling facilities and even local grocery stores will sit there and offer you money for recycled items, things like Coke cans or leftover notebook paper, things like that. Those things can be recycled. They don't need to be thrown away when they still have a perfectly good life. Recycling saves us money. By us, I mean the government and the people in reality, because if an area becomes more dangerous, taxes will rise in that area because more health risk, or more people were prone to more health risk and things like that. So it's important, the fact that it saves us money, because now we're not having to use all this extra money to go and harvest new materials such as mining and drilling for oil and things like that. We don't need to sit there and do that more if we recycle what we have already harvested. Now, with that being said, I can understand how it can be difficult to recycle some things, considering that some things get damaged, some things break, some people don't give things up. I understand there's a lot of things that can get in the way. However, we all know the importance of conserving the Earth's raw materials. The problem that many people don't understand is how to begin. And I hope that I've explained it enough to you so that you can sort of get an understanding on how to begin and how to take action, because recycling is the future. Whether we believe it or not, we need to start recycling and conserving our Earth so that we can sustain our way of living. Thank you. That is my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was very informative.